Hey, ever felt like you were surrounded by idiots? Interesting. Now, this next book helps you with exactly that. It turns out that if you understand how to deal with the people you may refer to as the idiots in your life, in your area, there is something that you can do about it if you understand them a bit better, right? If you understand the four types of human behavior. Surrounded by Idiots is a book that teaches about the four types of human behavior and how to effectively communicate with each type of human behavior in business and in life, right? This is a book by Swedish behavioral expert Thomas Erikson, which delves into the concept of human behavior and how to interact with people effectively based on their behavior type. The book identifies four primary behavior types: the red, the yellow, the green, and the blue, and explains how to understand and communicate with individuals who fall into each category. Here's a chapter by chapter summary. So, chapter one, right? Well, summary of the different chapters. Chapter one talks about the introduction, and the book opens with an overview of the four basic types. For example, the red, the yellow, the green, and the blue, and the concept of psychological color coding. It sets the stage for understanding how people with different behavior types think, right? And how they act, as well as how they communicate. Chapter 2, which is the red, right, talks about the red, which is the dominant type. This chapter focuses on the red personality type or the behavior type, which is characterized by assertiveness, confidence, and a results oriented approach. It discusses how to identify the reds and effectively communicate with them, as being direct and concise in your interactions. Sort of like, the choleric, if you have read Tim LaHaye's book as well. Chapter 3 talks about yellow, which is the social type. The yellow types are seen as social and outgoing, valuing relationships and interactions. The chapter explores how to connect with yellows by being friendly, engaging, and showing empathy. Chapter 4 talks about the green, the analytical type. The greens are logical and detail oriented individuals who seek structure and precision. This chapter highlights how to interact with greens by providing data, by providing facts, and a systematic approach. Chapter 5 talks about the blues, which are the cautious type, right? The blues are very careful, they're very risk averse, and they focus on maintaining stability and security. The chapter delves into ways to communicate with blues, emphasizing the importance of being patient, right? Reassuring, as well as reliable. Chapter 6, which color are you? Okay, chapter 6 talks about that. Readers are encouraged to determine their own dominant color type and consider their secondary type as well, acknowledging that people can exhibit traits of multiple colors. Chapter 7, which is miscommunication and conflicts. This chapter explores common miscommunications and conflicts that arise when people of different color types interact. It provides strategies for resolving conflicts and understanding the underlying causes. Chapter 8 is communication in practice. The practical advice and examples are provided for effectively communicating with each behavior type. The chapter offers insight into how to adapt your communication style for various situations. Chapter 9 discusses change and development. The book discusses how individuals can evolve and adapt their behavior types over time. It encourages personal growth and flexibility in communication. Chapter 10 talks about insights for work as well as leadership. This is the final chapter and it provides guidance for applying the knowledge of behavior types in the workplace and leadership roles. So it emphasizes the importance of building diverse teams and understanding team dynamics. And so, in conclusion, the book concludes by summarizing the key takeaways and stressing the significance of effective communication in both personal and professional relationships. So, Surrounded by Idiots offers a comprehensive framework for understanding human behavior and provides practical tips on how to communicate with and relate to people of different behavior types, making it a valuable resource for improving interpersonal relationships and enhancing communication communication skills. So we move on to chapter 1. Chapter 1 of this book serves as an introduction to the book and lays the foundation for understanding the core concepts of the psychological color coding model, which characterizes human behavior into four primary types: the red, the yellow, the green, and the blue. This chapter sets the stage for the readers, introducing them to the key ideas and principles that will be explored in more detail throughout the book. So, when you look at chapter 1, the introduction to color coding, the chapter begins by explaining the concept of color coding as a metaphor for categorizing different behavior types. Each color represents a specific set of traits and characteristics associated with how people think, act, and communicate. So the four basic types are the four behavior types actually are introduced briefly along with their color associations. For example, red, you'll soon learn, is the dominant, assertive, results-oriented, and direct type. Yellow is the social, outgoing, relationship-focused, and engaging. We call them the sanguines. Green, analytical, detail-oriented, logical, and systematic, the melancholic. And blue are the cautious, risk averse, stability seeking, and reliable. Okay, the phlegmatics. So we look also at understanding people. The chapter emphasizes the importance of recognizing that people have unique combinations of these behavior types, which make them complex and multifaceted individuals. Each person's dominant and secondary behavior types contribute to their overall behavior and communication style. So we look at, for example, the universal language. So the color coding model is described as a universal language that helps people better understand and connect with one another. By identifying and recognizing the dominant behavior types in others, individuals can tailor their communication to be more effective as well as successful. We also look at the need for improved communication, which is where the author introduces the idea that miscommunication and conflicts often arise due to people failing to understand the different behavior types of those around them. So, this book is presented as a practical guide to enhancing communication by addressing this gap. Also, a promise of self improvement. Chapter 1 ends with the promise that the book will provide readers with valuable insights into human behavior, enabling them to improve their personal and professional relationships through better communication and understanding of others. So, in summary, Chapter 1 serves as an introduction to the book's core concepts, introducing the four behavior types represented by different colors and setting the stage for readers to explore the practical applications of this model in their everyday lives. The chapter also emphasizes the significance of effective communication and understanding the diverse behavior types of the people that we encounter. And so, moving on to chapter 2. Chapter 2 delves into the first of the four primary behavior types and identified in the book, which is the red type. Red individuals are characterized by their dominant, assertive, and results oriented approach to life. This chapter provides an in depth exploration of the red personality, offering insights on how to identify them and, more importantly, how to communicate effectively with reds. So, understanding the red type, the chapter begins by delving into the key characteristics of red individuals. They are described as assertive, decisive, competitive, and often perceived as aggressive. Reds are results driven and they value efficiency and effectiveness. How can we identify the reds? We learn in the section that cues and traits that help readers to identify red individuals in their personal and professional lives. Some of these traits include direct communication, a focus on goals and outcomes, and a preference for taking charge of situations. Okay, and then also we look at communication with Reds, how to communicate with Reds. This section of the chapter offers practical advice on how to effectively communicate with Reds. Key strategies include you need to be direct. Reds value clear and concise communication. Avoid beating around the bush or providing excessive detail. Focus on results. When interacting with Reds, emphasize the end goals, the benefits, and the impact of actions. Okay. Also, respect their independence. Red individuals appreciate autonomy and decision making power. Give them space to make choices. Also, manage conflict effectively. Reds may be competitive and confrontational. Learn to manage disagreements constructively and assertively. Some case examples. The chapter includes real life scenarios and case examples that illustrate interactions with red individuals. These examples help readers apply the concepts discussed and understand how to navigate in situations involving reds. Okay, we also look at personal growth and adaptation. While the chapter emphasizes understanding and effectively communicating with Reds, it also acknowledges that individuals can evolve and adapt their behavior types over time. So people may display characteristics of other behavior types under different circumstances or as they grow personally and even professionally. So, balancing reds with other types, the chapter touches on the importance of balancing red traits with other behavior types in a team or personal relationships. For example, a team considering or consisting entirely of reds may lack diversity and overlook important details. And so we look at summary and key takeaways. This section concludes with a summary of the key insights related to red behavior, and it emphasizes the importance of adapting one's communication style to connect with reds successfully. And so, in summary, Chapter 2 provides a comprehensive exploration of the red behavior type. It offers readers a deeper understanding of red's characteristics, how to identify them, and practical strategies for effective communication. The chapter highlights the need for balance in interactions with reds and the potential for personal growth and adaptation in behavior types. And moving on to Chapter 3. And moving on to chapter 3. Chapter 3 of Surrounded by Idiots focuses on the second behavior type in the psychological color coding model, which is the yellow type. Yellow individuals are characterized by their social, outgoing, and relationship focused nature. This chapter provides an in depth exploration of the yellow personality and offers insights on how to identify yellows, as well as how to effectively communicate with them. So we look at understanding the yellow type. The chapter begins by introducing readers to the key characteristics of yellow individuals. They are described as social, friendly, and enthusiastic about building and maintaining relationships. Yellows value collaboration, and their behavior is often seen as engaging and even vivacious. How do we identify yellows? The author provides readers with cues and traits that help them identify yellow individuals in their lives. Some of these traits include a gregarious and sociable nature, a focus on social interactions, and a warm and welcoming demeanor. How do we communicate with yellows? This section of the chapter focuses advice on how to effectively communicate with yellow individuals. Key strategies include be engaging. Yellows appreciate lively and engaging conversations. They show interest in their ideas and opinions. Emphasize relationships. So, highlight the social aspects of the discussion. Building and maintaining relationships is essential to yellows. Be supportive. Yellows may seek emotional support and encouragement. Offer positive feedback and encouragement. Acknowledge their emotions. Yellows often express their feelings openly. Recognize and validate their emotions. Case examples. The chapter includes a real life scenario and case examples that illustrate interactions with yellow individuals. These examples help readers apply the concepts discussed and understand how to engage with yellows effectively. There's also the element of personal growth and adaptation. While the chapter emphasizing understanding and effectively communicating with yellows, it also acknowledges that individuals can adapt their behavior types over time. Yellows may display characteristics of other behavior types in different situations or as they grow personally and professionally. Also, balancing yellows with other types, the chapter touches on the importance of balancing yellow traits with other behavior types in team dynamics or personal relationships. Combining yellow's social and relationship focused nature with other traits can lead to more well rounded and effective teams. So, in summary, the key takeaways, um, you know, yeah, key insights related to the yellow behavior type. We see an emphasis of the importance of adjusting one's communication style to effectively connect with yellows and underscores the significance of relationships in their lives. So, in summary, Chapter 3 provides a comprehensive exploration of the yellow behavior type. It offers readers a deeper understanding of yellows and how to identify them and practical strategies for effective communication with them. The chapter also highlights the need for balance in interactions with yellows and the potential for personal growth and adaptation in behavior types, which is, essentially a central theme of the book. So we move on to chapter 4. Chapter 4 of the book, Surrounded by Idiots, focuses on the third behavior type in the psychological color coding model, which is the green type. Greens are known for their analytical, detail oriented, and systematic approach to life. This chapter provides an in depth exploration of the green personality, offering insights on how to identify greens and communicate effectively with them. So, also understanding the green type, the chapter starts by introducing readers to the key characteristics of green individuals. Greens are described as analytical, as logical, and meticulous. They value structure and precision in their thoughts and actions. So you need to be able to identify greens, and this is what this chapter is about. The author provides readers with cues and traits that help them identify green individuals in their lives. Some of these traits include a methodical and systematic approach to problem solving, a focus on data and facts, and an attention to detail. So, how do we communicate with greens? In this section, again, there's practical advice on how to effectively communicate with green individuals, and that includes provide data and evidence. Greens appreciate information and data driven discussions. Back up your statements with facts and figures. Be structured. Use a systematic and organized approach when communicating with greens. Clear outlines and logical progressions are beneficial. Respect their need for precision. Greens may be meticulous, so be patient and allow them time to think and provide thorough responses. Recognize their desire for order. Greens often prefer structured environments. Try to maintain order and predictability in your interactions. So, some case examples. The chapter includes real life scenarios and case examples that illustrate interactions with green individuals. These examples help readers apply the concepts discussed and understand how to engage with greens more effectively. So we see personal growth and adaptation. The chapter acknowledges that individuals can adapt their behavior types over time. Greens may exhibit traits of other behavior types in different situations or as they grow personally and professionally. How do we balance greens with other types? The chapter emphasizes the importance of balancing green traits with other behavior types in team dynamics or even in personal relationships. Combining greens' analytical skills with the strengths of other types can lead to more comprehensive and effective teams. So, summary and key takeaways. Chapter 4 concludes with a summary of the key insights related to the green behavior type. It underscores the importance of adjusting one's communication style to effectively connect with greens and the significance of logic and precision in their lives. And so, in summary, Chapter 4 of Surrounded by Idiots provides a comprehensive exploration of the green behavior type. It offers readers a deeper understanding of greens, how to identify them, once again, and practical strategies for effective communication. And it highlights the need for balance in interactions with greens and the potential for personal growth and adaptation in behavior types. A recurring theme, okay, that we keep on talking about in this book. Moving on to chapter 5. And moving on to chapter 5. Chapter 5 of Surrounded by Idiots is dedicated to the blue behavior type. Now, blues are known for their cautious, risk averse, and stability seeking nature. And this chapter provides once more an exploration of the blue personality. So we look at understanding the blue type. The chapter begins by introducing readers to the characteristics of the blues, okay, which are characterized by conscientiousness, by being focused on maintaining stability and security in their lives. They're often detail oriented and risk averse. We also get to see how we can identify blues. The author provides readers with cues and traits that help them identify blue individuals in their lives. Some of these traits include a careful and thorough approach to decision making, a preference for structure and routine, and a desire to minimize uncertainties. How do we communicate with blues? This section of the chapter offers practical advice on how to effectively communicate with blue individuals. Key strategies include being patient. Blues may take more time to make decisions and consider their options. Be patient and allow them the space they need to think things through. Provide reassurance. Blues often seek reassurance and stability. Offer consistent and reliable information and support. Acknowledge their need for structure. Blues appreciate organized and structured discussions. Avoid abrupt changes or surprises in your interactions. Also, minimize risks. Be aware that blues tend to be risk averse. When presenting ideas or solutions, emphasize their safety and feasibility. So there are also some case examples. The chapter includes real life scenarios and case examples that illustrate interactions with blue individuals. These examples help readers apply the concepts discussed and understand how to engage with blues more effectively. Okay, there's also personal growth and adaptation. The chapter acknowledges that individuals can adapt their behavior over time, so blues may exhibit traits of other behavior types in different situations or as they grow personally and professionally. Also, balancing blues with other types, the chapter emphasizes the importance of balancing blue traits with other behavior types in team dynamics or in personal relationships. Combining blues' careful and stable approach with the strengths of other types can lead to more well rounded and effective teams. So, chapter 5 concludes with a summary of the key insights related to the blue behavior, and it underscores the importance of adjusting one's communication style to effectively connect with blues and the significance of stability and security in their lives. So, we move on to chapter 6. In In chapter 6, all right, of the book Surrounded by Idiots, it's titled Which Color Are You? Now, this is very important, knowing which color you are before you even, go out and interact and try and identify the colors of others. Know your own color. And so this section is dedicated to helping readers to identify their own dominant as well as secondary behavior types. So the chapter encourages self reflection and self awareness by guiding individuals in understanding their own tendencies and their own traits. Interesting, huh? So, in this section, we look at the importance of self reflection. So, the chapter starts by stressing the importance of understanding your own behavior type. Self awareness is the first step towards improving your interpersonal relationships and communication skills. Also, we look at identifying your dominant color. The author provides a self assessment or questionnaire that helps readers determine their dominant behavior type. This can be an eye opening exercise, as individuals often discover which of the four behavior types resonates most with them. We also look at understanding your secondary color. Beyond the dominant type, the chapter introduces the idea of a secondary behavior type, as many individuals exhibit traits of more than one color, and identifying the secondary type can provide a more comprehensive understanding of one's, you know, more like realistic behavior. Then we look at self reflection exercises. The chapter includes exercises and prompts to encourage readers to reflect on their own behavior in different situations. These exercises help individuals to gain a deeper understanding of how they behave and how they interact with other people. Also, in this chapter, we look at interpreting the results of your own, quiz and testing. After completing the self-assessment and exercises, the chapter guides readers in interpreting the results. It helps individuals make sense of their dominant and secondary behavior types and what these types mean in terms of their communication and relationships. We also look at personal growth and flexibility. The chapter emphasizes that behavior types are not fixed, and individuals can adapt and evolve their behavior types over time. And so, recognizing your dominant and secondary types is the first step toward personal growth and development in communication. Then we also look at acceptance and embracing diversity, understanding one's behavior type and recognizing the behavior types of others can lead to greater acceptance of diversity in interpersonal relationships. It's an opportunity really to appreciate different ways of thinking and interacting in general. Also, in this section, we look at application in personal and professional life, right? How we can apply the understanding of your dominant type as well as your secondary type. So, in this section, the chapter discusses how self awareness of behavior types can be applied in personal and professional life to enhance communication and relationships. It provides practical insights into how to use this knowledge to your advantage. And then also we, look at the summary and key takeaways, which is where the section concludes by summarizing the importance of self-awareness regarding behavior types and encourages readers to embrace the unique mix of colors. It's a mix of colors as a valuable aspect of their personality. And so, in summary, chapter 6 of the book Surrounded by Idiots is about self discovery and self awareness. So it guides readers through the process of identifying their dominant and secondary type and encourages them to reflect on their behavior and their traits. Okay, so once you do that, it becomes a lot better for you to understand the traits of those around you. Moving on to chapter 7. Chapter 7 is titled Miscommunication and Conflicts. This chapter explores common misunderstandings, miscommunications, and conflicts that arise when people with different behavior types interact. It provides strategies for resolving these conflicts and understanding the underlying causes. Okay, so we look in this chapter at the nature of miscommunication. The chapter begins by highlighting the inevitability of miscommunication in human interactions. It emphasizes that misunderstandings and conflicts can arise due to differences in behavior types, in communication styles, as well as expectations. Identifying the causes of miscommunication, the chapter delves into the specific causes of miscommunication. It discusses how reds may perceive yellows as unfocused, how yellows may see greens as overly critical, how greens may find blues as too cautious, and blues may view reds as absolutely aggressive. So, recognizing communication barriers, the author explores the barriers to effective communication that different behavior types encounter when interacting with one another. For example, reds may struggle with the patience required for greens, while blues may perceive yellows as disorganized. Okay, so also the conflict resolution strategies. The chapter offers practical strategies for resolving conflicts and improving communication in diverse interactions. Some of the suggested strategies include number one, active listening, encouraging all parties to listen actively to one another to better understand their perspectives. Also, clear communication, promoting clear and concise communication to minimize misunderstandings. Also, flexibility, encouraging individuals to adapt their communication styles based on the behavior types of those they are interacting with. And conflict mediation, discussing the role of a mediator or facilitator in resolving conflicts, especially in a professional setting. We also look at case examples. The chapter provides real life examples of conflicts and misunderstandings among different behavior types. These causes help readers, or the cases help readers better understand the dynamics at play and how to apply conflict resolution strategies more effectively. We look also at team dynamics and conflict management. And in this section, we explore how understanding behavior types can be used to manage conflicts and improve team dynamics in both personal and professional settings. And so the summary and the key takeaways include um, insights about communication and conflicts. It underscores the importance of addressing these challenges through improved understanding and improved communication. So, this chapter addresses the inevitable conflicts and miscommunications that can occur when people of different behavior types interact. It identifies the causes and barriers to effective communication and offers practical strategies to resolving conflicts and improving interactions. So then we move on to chapter 8. Okay, so chapter 8 is titled Communication in Practice. And in this chapter, the book provides practical advice and examples for effectively communicating with individuals of different behavior types. It offers readers insights on how to tailor their communication style to connect with red and yellow and green and blue types in various situations. So we look at adapting communication styles. And so the chapter opens by emphasizing the need to adapt your communication style to effectively connect with individuals of different behavior types. It highlights that one size doesn't fit all when it comes to communication. We look also at effective communication with reds. This section discusses strategies for communicating with red types. It encourages direct, succinct, and results oriented communication. Examples are provided to illustrate how to convey information or feedback effectively to a red individual. And then we look also at effective communication with yellows. The chapter explores communication strategies for engaging with yellow individuals. It encourages lively, engaging, and people oriented communication. Examples showcase how to maintain positive and friendly interactions with yellows. Effective communication with greens. Strategies for communicating with green types are discussed in this section. The focus is on providing structured, logical, and data driven communication. Examples demonstrate how to present information to greens in a way that aligns with their analytical nature. Also, effective communication with blues. The chapter explores how to communicate with blue individuals effectively. It advises patience, reassurance, and the use of structured, predictable communication. Examples are included to show how to communicate information or instructions to blues. Also, adapting to different situations, the chapter delves into how one's behavior type and communication style can adapt to various situations. It discusses how to be versatile and flexible in your communication, depending on the context, and the audience and the objectives. Also, we look at managing conversations and conflict. Strategies for managing conversations and resolving conflicts are provided with a focus on adjusting communication style to ease tensions and misunderstandings. The chapter highlights the importance of constructive and assertive communication in conflict resolution. We also look at case examples and scenarios. Real life scenarios and case examples are used to illustrate how to apply the principles of effective communication with different behavior types in various contexts. So these examples help readers grasp the practical application of the book's concepts. And so we look also at professional and personal communication. The chapter emphasizes that the principles discussed are applicable in both personal and professional communication. Effective communication is a valuable skill in all areas of our lives. So we look at summary and key takeaways, right? And so this chapter concludes by summarizing the key insights regarding practical communication with reds and yellows and greens and blues. And it reinforces the idea that adapting one's communication style is essential for building successful relationships. Okay, so in this section, like what we said, we see a practical guide on how to communicate effectively with individuals of different behavior types. In this section, also emphasizes the importance of adaptability in communication, right? As well as some strategies and examples and case studies. Okay, and then we move on to the second last chapter, chapter 9. Chapter 9 is titled Change and Development, and this chapter focuses on the idea that individuals can evolve and adapt their behavior types over time. It encourages personal growth and flexibility in communication. So, we see here an introduction to change and development as the chapter starts by introducing the concept that behavior types are not static. People can change and develop their behavior over time. And this notion challenges the idea that individuals are strictly confined to one color type throughout their lives. We also look at personal growth. And so the chapter emphasizes the importance of personal growth and self improvement. It encourages readers to reflect on their current behavior type and consider how it may evolve over the years. We also look at the role of life experiences. The chapter discusses how life experiences, both positive and negative, can influence and shape behavior types. It highlights that significant life events, career changes, or personal growth can lead to shifts in one's dominant and secondary behavior types. We also see recognizing and embracing change, in that the chapter encourages readers to be open to recognizing and embracing changes in their behavior. It explains that being adaptable and open to personal growth can lead to more effective communication and better relationships. Also, when we look at adaptation in professional settings, the chapter discusses how recognizing and adapting to changing behavior types can be valuable in professional settings. It emphasizes that understanding the dynamics of changing behavior, types within teams can lead to improved collaboration and productivity. Another important point is that of balancing behavior types. The chapter touches on the importance of balancing behavior types in teams and in organizations. It encourages diversity in teams by recognizing that different behavior types bring unique strengths and perspectives. We look also at strategies for personal development. The chapter offers strategies and suggestions for individuals looking to consciously develop and adapt their behavior types. It provides advice on how to focus on areas that need improvement and set goals for personal growth. We look also at the future of behavior types. The chapter speculates on how behavior types may evolve in the future as society and technology change. It encourages readers to consider the impact of technological advancements and societal shifts on behavior types. And when we look at the summary and key takeaways in this chapter, it concludes by summarizing the key insights related to change and development in behavior types. And it emphasizes the potential for personal growth and adaptability in communication. Okay, so this section again recognizes that behavior types are not fixed and that individuals have the capacity to evolve and adapt their behaviors over time. And last but definitely not least, we look at chapter 10. So chapter 10 discusses insights for work and leadership, and in this chapter the book explores the practical applications of understanding behavior types in the workplace as well as in leadership roles. It provides insights on how to use the knowledge of behavior types to enhance teamwork, leadership, and professional relationships. We look here at an introduction to workplace dynamics. The chapter opens by highlighting the significance of effective communication and understanding behavior types in the workplace. It sets the stage for readers to see the relevance of the book's concepts in a professional context. As well as we see building diverse teams, the chapter emphasizes the importance of building diverse teams that incorporate individuals with different behavior types. It discusses how a diverse team can bring a range of perspectives and skills, ultimately contributing to better problem solving and creativity. We look at managing teams. The book delves into the strategies for managing diverse teams with various behavior types. It discusses the role of leadership in creating an inclusive and harmonious team environment where everyone's strengths are leveraged. We look also at motivating team members. The chapter provides insights on how to motivate team members effectively by understanding their behavior types. It explains that different people may respond to different forms of motivation, and leaders can tailor their approach accordingly. We look also at conflict resolution in the workplace. Strategies for resolving conflicts in a professional setting are discussed. It emphasizes that leaders need to be equipped with the skills to mediate disputes and help team members work through their differences more constructively. Also, we look at leadership styles. The chapter explores how leaders can adapt their leadership styles to accommodate the needs and preferences of team members with different behavior types. It provides examples of leadership approaches that may be effective for reds, yellows, greens, and blues. As well as we look in the section at personal growth for leaders, the chapter encourages leaders to engage in personal growth and development, recognizing that they too can adapt and evolve their behavior types for the benefit of their teams and organizations. So we look at applying knowledge to organizational culture. This book discusses the influence of behavior types on organizational culture. It encourages organizations to create an environment that fosters open communication and embraces diversity. So, also, we talk of looking to the future. The chapter speculates on how the understanding of behavior types may evolve in the future and how leaders can adapt to these changes in the workplace. So, summary and key takeaways. This chapter concludes by summarizing the key insights related to applying the knowledge of behavior types in work and leadership contexts. It underscores the significance of diversity, of effective communication, and adaptable leadership in building successful teams and organizations. And so, basically, in summary, chapter 10 of Surrounded by Idiots focuses on the practical applications of understanding behavior types in the workplace and leadership, and it provides readers with valuable insights into how to build, and lead diverse teams, motivate team members, and manage conflicts more effectively. So that is okay. Those were the key takeaways from this entire book to share. Which ones have been your favorite?